The good thing about WoW drama is that it's infinite. It is quite endless because weirdos like the Night Slayer Guild, whatever, however they're called, they're so infatuated with self-indulgence and all the self-aggrandizement, and just they really think they are the villains, not realizing they're just a bunch of grunts. Zug zug. That's all they do. And they actually think they're important. I'm so happy they're finally getting the reality check they deserve.
A lot of you guys are probably wondering how my guild is doing after the Red Empire attacked. Nightman was not correct about everything. The World of Warcraft community deserves the full story, and I'm here to tell it. But before we get into all that, I want to introduce myself, how Final Strike started, and how a small streamer beat the most toxic guild in World of Warcraft history. Where this story begins is where my last story ended, a motorcycle crash that left me with a broken pelvis, hip, and bruised lower spine.
Oh.
With nothing to do but heal and all the time in the world, I decided to download my old favorite video game, World of Warcraft. For the first time ever, I was going to get to experience the Burning Crusade expansion. But little did I know what Night Slayer had waiting for me. Creating
Over
my character.
what? Over what? What did he do? Dude, there's such a bunch of weirdo losers. I can't believe that. Okay, maybe he did something. Maybe he called their leader just a normal person instead of God, and I guess he got angry over that. Let's see.
Should have been easy. I was going to roll my usual Orc Warrior, except the Horde was faction locked.
Based.
So I did the one thing I never thought I'd do. I rolled Alliance.
We had another brother fall into peer pressure from Alliance. Ugh, puh. Yikes. Oh my god. Imagine. Dude, Alliance players have hair. Have you no honor? Have you no dignity? I mean, don't get me wrong. My wig is unflappable. It is unfaltering, but in heart, I'm still very much a Horde player. I would never defect like that. Never.
And if I couldn't join the Horde, I decided I'd eat them. And that's how I Ate Orc was born. A single faction lock set off a chain of events that...
Yeah, it's Blizzard's fault due to the faction lock, but still, you gotta make someone quit the game on the Horde side so you can join. That's the true way you become a Horde, like, Orc warrior. That's how you establish yourself in the hierarchy. Man, people just are new, I guess.
None of us could have predicted. I joined Big P and threw myself into the guild. World PvP, city raids, defending Alliance territory. I was all in. And then I started streaming. Almost overnight, I became a target. Poppy Putin stream sniping me became a daily routine. Every stream turned into the same story. Getting hunted, dying, and bringing unwanted attention to my guild. Big P had zero interest in streamers, and I was tired of feeling like I was hurting both my guild and my viewers. I could say a lot more of why I ultimately left Big P, but that's a story for another time. So instead of trying to fit into someone else's guild, I decided to create my own, named Final Strike. The best way to fully explain this situation is to look at my part Nightman's video.
Was streaming live during the time of this event over on the Alliance side, which was supposed to be the group that was coming to fight the Red Empire. So when they didn't show up, they chose to pin the entire thing on him. It was around this time the Red Empire
he was talking about him?
stream and started using it to gain information on the Alliance to see whether they were coming or not.
This fucking follow I Eat Orc guy is so fucking literally has in his stream title, The Invasion of Ogremar starting soon. He changed his stream title now. What a fucking...
That was part of the plan. That was the plan, to sell to them through my Discord and through my Twitch that we were actually coming.
Holy shit, dude. He was 4D chessing them. Oh, dog. Oh, you know, it's like the hounds were starving and he dangled a piece of meat in front of them like, and then he yanked it. Based. You can see he's a Horde player, and a Alliance player would never do that. Never. This guy's Horde. He's Horde at art. It's okay. We'll forgive him. Yeah, this is part 2. This is like another perspective, yeah. Like, everyone is now coming with their own story about this, because apparently this, like, horrible guild of, like, idiots absolutely massacred an entire server and made everyone's life miserable. So now everyone is coming out and uniting against them. including people from their own faction. So you're getting a lot of new perspectives.
Me and Big P knew the entire time we were.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I can't imagine dealing with stream snipers. They'd switch to another game. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem of like being a streamer, right? It is what it is. If you don't want to get stream snipe and all of that, that's like the price of putting yourself out there. Or just, you know, don't play PvP servers.
Fucking unreal.
Change the stream title!
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way!
Just Stormwind Defense. Stormwind Defense. Actual fucking.
They're so happy and they got
And there it
swindled.
was. They had their next target. Aidork was not a key player in this event. He was just a streamer who was streaming the other side. He has 294 followers. He's a GM of a small guild. You think he's gonna rock up with enough people to counter a 300-man defense that Poppy Putin had organized? Hell no.
And Nightman's right. I was not a key player into this event until I got this message right here from Poppy.
Okay, he's not gonna read it. Let's see. Hopefully no slurs. I heard Mayor reached out to you about my event. Maybe. LMAO, you said it on stream. I'ma beam those freaks into non-existence. Bro. Fuck. Okay, that's cringe. I know, bro. I always get the Red Empire in my chat. Don't zerg with them, and the Empire will remember it. God. What is this? What is this? Bro thinks he's the main villain in Game of Thrones. What in God's name? Dude, you know what? To a certain degree, I like these people. I love this people existence so I can laugh at it. That's why I like them. They exist soullessly to entertain us. It's incredible. They're not aware to what they're doing or what they're saying. These people have no self-impulse control. They have no self-regulation. And to be honest, just the anonymity of the internet just accentuate that. It's laughable. It's laughable. It's so good. It truly is the best. Find out more info. I'll owe you one. I'll own the Discord for all Classic Plus. Bro is actually already planning the Classic Plus Conquer Zone. I have 100 extra to effort to do. Yeah, okay, whatever.
He sends me
Sure.
a direct message through Discord saying he heard Mayor reached out to me about my event. He knew that we were making a plan together, and he would do anything to try to get that plan out of me. Even promising that he would have Classic Plus and offer 100 times more than Mayor ever would.
Aidork thinks he's slick, but he doesn't realize he's actually like literally killed his fucking guild in one night.
Yeah.
Like killed his fucking guild.
Hey, he griefed his own fucking guild trying to grief us. Like, what are you doing, you fucking
The Red Empire took to the Night Slayer Discord and began harassing Aidork in the same way they'd done to me. They threatened his guild and his stream, called for everyone to...
They knew we were working something up. They knew they had to separate Big P and Final Strike, or we may stand a chance in Orgrimmar. And so they took these measures. I'm sure this looks familiar. This is the same type of tactics they used on Nightman. They made accounts on the Alliance side and started whispering Big P members posing as me, Aidork with 2 C's, to try to poach Big P to Final Strike. And when that failed, they took to their next target. They put 4 guild masters in the same chat and told them if they let Big PvP get wiped and don't push, they'll give us glory beyond their wildest dreams. We then knew they would do anything possible to try to set us up for failure. And that's when we decided to stay in Stormwind and ruin the event for them.
report him and me, even though I had nothing to do with this, and ultimately use this community Discord server to terrorize someone once again. But of course, it didn't stop there. Aidork ended up leaving the Night Slayer Discord, and since the Red Empire could no longer harass him there, they did exactly what they did to me. They sent their lackeys to his Discord. Using the Night Slayer PvP Discord server, they shared Aidork's personal Discord
What glory could bro offer? Glory hole.
server link in order to flood it with people to harass him. Poppy Putin himself took part in this, pinging everyone in his server, and a bunch of other Red Empire people joined in too. It looks like Aidork had to ban a bunch of people from his Discord server and eventually turned off invites altogether.
And this is exactly why we chose to make a stand. And this is exactly why I knew by doing this, I would put myself as target number 1 for the Red Empire. But it doesn't matter, because someone needs to stand up to these guys. Someone needed to give them a taste of their own medicine. For all the events they've ruined for No Hit Jerome, all the guild events they've crashed for me, all the streamers they've targeted, We were all tired of it, and we finally had our perfect opportunity to give them a taste of their own medicine.
Oh wait, that's literally Poppy Putin. Oh, he got him. Oh,
To summarize everything,
sniped on
we
the
weren't
roof.
going to be bribed by Poppy Poot.
Like a lowly maggot. Ooh, that's a feels bad, man. That's crazy. Poor lad. Wait, no, actually not poor lad. He deserved that and more.
We weren't going to betray our faction. By rallying the Alliance and convincing them to stand strong in our city, we successfully ruined Poppy Poo's precious server event. The final strike has been delivered. The Red Empire was beaten. What once seemed untouchable has finally been brought down, but not by one person, but by a community that refused to stay silent. Now the truth is out there for everyone to see. The people who doubted, ignored, or defended it can judge the evidence for themselves. We didn't do this just to ruin the event for the server. It was about protecting that community Final Strike stands for. Good vibes, good PvP, no drama or egos.
Crazy.
Red Empire.
They're so, oh my god, like, they're so deplorable. They've united the Alliance. Can you imagine? How bad must you be to actually do that? My god, that's crazy. Yeah, I can't believe the extent of the delusions of grandeur of these people. These people are untouched by a female. They live inside of their mother's basement. And you know what? If they were like 15, it would have been still cringe and very, very bad because they did doxing, which doxing is like borderline illegal. And it should be illegal altogether, by the way, but it is what it is, right? So I would somewhat look at this and be like, okay, they're teenagers. It would still be extremely wrong and they should have been banned and all of that stuff. But these are like 30 to 40-year-old balding men. Like, this is just beyond reach. That is disgusting. It's like, they got what they deserve. I'm glad. Someone put these guys on a leash and take them for a walk. I think they'd like that. That's the problem. Garrosh would spank them. Yeah. The spanking would probably be the first thing. Yeah, I guess they're all Lord Farquaad. Dog, Lord Farquaad at least had any form of dignity, of self-respect. These guys have none of it.
Stands for everything we're against. Tyranny. Doxing.
What did Mayor say? What did Mr. Corey say?
Damn.
What?
They bleeped out his last name, but they didn't bleep out the slur.
That's why we convinced the Alliance to stand down. The victory was never about wiping out an enemy. It was about sending a message. And Classic Plus can still be saved. The community has proven that its voice matters. And when enough players stand together, change becomes impossible to ignore. To everyone who stood beside me through this journey, thank you. This victory belongs to all of us. In Blizzard Entertainment, we've done our part. The next move is yours.
Yep.
There will be no
100%. Oh shit, it scared me.
I will erase even the memory of Sparta from the histories. Every piece of Greek parchment shall be
Yeah,
burned.
he's just
Every Greek historian.
he's clowning
and
on
every
him.
scribe shall
He's gonna show the
protecting-
entire monologue. It's fine. We already know that. I watched that movie like literally 300 times. Such a great film. But oh man, I can't believe they actually convinced an entire Alliance server to work together for the sake of wiping these bozos off the face of the earth. I love to see how the walls are slowly closing in on them and they scatter like roaches. Because Poppy Putin thought he was the leader of some grand enterprise and everyone were his lackeys and they were loyalists. He doesn't know that these type of people, they never really trust anyone but themselves. The moment push comes to shove, all of them roaches scatter. Easily. They're all, like, imagine making a whole raiding group or a whole PvP server, like, event or whatever with every single person being pirate software. Everyone would run out of mana. That's exactly what they have. They just didn't know it because nobody dared challenging them because everyone has a life. People just touch grass. But now that people actually decided to nip this in the bud, they got a hard reality check and they're just completely lost in the sauce. Dude, I can't wait for the next Fallout video where they completely disassemble. But to be honest, I think Blizzard should be the one putting an end to this because if doxing wasn't involved, I would have been like, okay, this is like one giant PvP/Discord drama. But since doxing was involved, every single one of them should be permabanned from the game. It's that simple. It's that simple. Why? Because there's not a single reason to dox a person unless you want some maniac out there to do something with that information. And that thing is some way to physically harm another person. There's not a single reason to dox someone other than that. To publish their address online, to make sure they're vulnerable in real life, there's not a single reason to do that other than this. So that's why they should be permabanned. To be honest, they should be in jail, but they're anonymous, so it is what it is. But at the very least, they should be banned.